First, imagine absolute shock unfolding at a bustling military workplace. Gunfire erupted inside the 2nd Armored Brigade Combat Team Complex at Fort Stewart. In an instant, a personal handgun became the source of chaos. Sgt Quornelius Radford, a 28-year-old automated logistics sergeant assigned to the unit, began shooting at his own colleagues at their place of duty. Panic rippled through the area as soldiers scrambled for cover. Then, without hesitation, fellow troops sprang into action. Acting swiftly, they tackled and subdued Radford before law enforcement arrived to take him into custody. Within minutes, the base was locked down. The security cordon extended to Wright and Evans Army airfields and even nearby schools, with children sheltered in place while alarms blared and gates were sealed. After roughly 40 minutes of tense silence, authorities confirmed that the threat was over and lifted the lockdown. Normal operations began to resume. 5 soldiers were shot. 3 of them needed surgery, while the rest received care on-site before being evacuated to medical facilities, some to an Army community hospital and others to a nearby Level 1 trauma center in Savannah. Despite the severity, all are reported to be in stable condition and expected to recover. Radford, the alleged shooter, had not been deployed to combat and was considered a steady, non-disciplinary soldier, at least officially. However, authorities later confirmed that he had been arrested for a DUI and a traffic violation earlier this year, an incident his chain of command was unaware of until the shooting brought it to light. National figures quickly responded. The president issued a strong condemnation, calling the attack an atrocity and vowing that Radford would be prosecuted to the fullest extent. The FBI, along with the Army's Criminal Investigation Division, joined the investigation. State leaders, including the governor and local members of Congress, expressed condolence and solidarity with the military community, while emphasizing that Fort Stewart remains a trusted cornerstone of the region. At more than 280,000 acres, Fort Stewart is the largest Army installation east of the Mississippi River, home to thousands of soldiers, families, civilians, and retirees. The base is a vital part of the Liberty County community, economically, culturally, and socially, and this incident sent ripples far beyond its gates. This event is not isolated. A similar shooting occurred at the same base a few years ago, reminding everyone that violent breaches, even within the most secure installations, remain a disturbing possibility. Questions now loom larger than answers. How did Radford bring a personal firearm into a heavily regulated environment? What was the motive behind his attack? Is there a deeper lapse in security protocols or screening processes? These questions are central to understanding not only what happened, but how to prevent it in the future. In the midst of this unfolding investigation, if you're finding this thorough examination revealing, go ahead and hit like, share this to foster awareness, drop a comment with your reflections, and subscribe to stay informed as new developments emerge. Looking ahead, it's vital to watch the legal proceedings and investigations closely. There's hope in clarity about policy, oversight, and the silent signs we may have missed. Fort Stewart's community, soldiers, families, and neighbors deserves that transparency, that protection, and that promise of change.